Hi everyone! Good morning everybody! Hope you're doing well. Jeg håper dere har det bra. Så I dag tenkte jeg at vi skulle snakke om adjektiv. So I thought we would talk a little bit more about adjectives. So there's a lot of things when it comes to adjectives. I guess the most important is that it has to agree with if it's singular or plural, if it's masculine, feminine, or neuter. So all those are things that are important when it comes to adjectives. So just a quick review of adjectives is when you have a noun that's masculine and neuter. I usually don't add an ending E, for example. I will write it down here. So I'll just take the red, rød. I'm writing it down in the chat box. Rød is for that is for the masculine and feminine form. Then we add the T for the neuter, and then the E for the plural. There we go. So there we have those three forms. So that is the general rule. But we do have some irregular, adjectives that are a little bit different. For example, if we have a word that ends with an EL, for example, EL, if you have a word that ends with let me say here, the ER, or it ends with an EN. Okay, there we have them. E ends with an EL, an ER, or an EN. You actually will, so for example, then the E will change places. So I'll give you an example. That's a better way of saying it. En gammel man. Okay. If you have en gammel man, if you have that for the plural part of it, well, then it turns into gamla men. Okay, I just want to show you that. So what happens there is you see gammel, and when I make it into plural, I lose an M. So if you have double consonant, you will lose the double consonant, and the E will switch places and be at the end. But gammel, and then the plural form is gamla. But the neuter form of gammel, you still just add the T. So it'd be gammelt hus, old house. Okay, so you have that there. Another one is with that example where we have a word that ends in an ER is vakkert, which means beautiful. Okay, there we have it. And so the same thing here, right? Applies. So you add the T for the neuter. Vakkert is used for masculine and feminine, and then adding that T for neuter. So vakkert, barn, beautiful child. Okay, but then for the plural, you would then do like we did with gamle. The E will change place and we'll lose one of the K's. Okay, so I'm going to write it. Vakre, vakre vinduer. Beautiful windows. Okay, so there you have that. Another one example where you have the word ending in an EN can be open, for example. Open, which means open. That open door, an open door, right? And then if I want to do the plural, opened hus, open house, I add the T. But then for the plural, I do this form, åpne vinduer. Okay, so there again, we see that the E goes at the end, it switches places. So that gives you examples right there of how to use adjectives with that end on EL, ER, or EN. And then also, another rule is if you have adjectives that end in a vowel, have two T's in the neuter, okay? So for example, we have ny, which means new, a new jacket, right? which is masculine. So I would say en ny jakke. Okay, so that would be for feminine and masculine. If you do for neuter, you add the two T's because it ends on a vowel. So for neuter, you would have to add two T's. So nytt hus, because that's neuter, so it'd be nytt hus. So there we go. Now, this for nya, it follows for plural, it just follows the regular rule. So you would do nya vinduer. Okay, so that just follows the regular rule. Now, words that end in an ig do not get e in the plural. So, like, for example, hyggelig ends with an ig. We have it. And so for the neuter, you do not add a t. So there's only two forms of words that end in ig. You do put the e for the plural, but no t for the neuter. So if I'm going to have that hyggelig as for the plural form, I would just do hyggelige mennesker, nice people. Here we have it. And nationality. Okay, so the sk, nationality, like Norwegian, norsk. So that ends with an sk. For this is for neuter, actually. So for plural, you do add the e still. So I'm going to say norsk man, Norwegian man. Then norsk flagg. So that's neuter. So I don't add any t there, but I do say norske flagg. Okay. So that's just some of those rules with that. See if there's anything else here. Oh yeah, and then there's one more. I forgot to press the one for norske flagg there. So, and then also if we have a word that ends in a consonant plus a t, we do not get an extra t for the neuter. For example, svart. That one, it ends with a consonant and a t. So I would not add an extra t there when I'm talking about something that's neuter and it's black. For example, svart means black. So I would just keep it the same. Here we just have svart. Cut is adding the s, well, not the s, the e for the plural. Svarte vinduer. Okay, so you have that example right there. And yeah, I think, that covers a lot of them. Show you some irregular ones that we have. For example, liten, little, is irregular. Små vinduer. There we go. So that's just one irregular adjective. And there are some other irregular adjectives as well. So if you are watching this live, then you're getting on my chat and what I wrote there. That's great. If you're watching this later and you're wondering where all the things that I wrote are, I would just look under live chat. And then you'll find what I wrote for comments as I'm walking through or learn or talking about adjectives. I hope the ones that are watching me right now and the ones that are going to be watching me later, that you have a great day today. It's always good to connect. So yeah, take care. Ha det bra.